Alright, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash, I lift double the apostles, and elders of great milestone as well. And peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that pushes you to sincerity, you know. It's a short video, you know, touches the tsunami that in Indonesia, you understand?
Warned today the death toll from Friday's devastating earthquake and tsunami could be in the thousands. For now, officials say nearly 400 are dead and more than 500 are injured.
The Melody Mosai know that all these things is signs and wonders according to prophecy that being fulfilled. But people talk about all the tectonic plate shifting and this is a scientifically proven yada yada. You know, the people who lack in faith, that nonsense they will talk. But the Melody Mosai know that is how the times are being manifest.
7.5 earthquake sent giant waves slamming onto beaches. Homes, cars, trees, and people were swept away. Rebecca Henschke of BBC News has more.
This mobile phone footage captures the terrifying moment the 3-meter-high waves hit, flooding houses close to the shore and then rushing into the densely populated coastal city of Palu. The waves and the powerful quake leaving a trail of destruction. This bridge is a main access road into the city.
Allahu Akbar.
Authorities issued a tsunami warning immediately after the huge 7.7 magnitude quake hit, but residents didn't have long to get to higher land.
I really wanted to play, but you know, the man calling on the heathen gods on them. That is mainly the the part I wanted to play now. So, you know, I talk about the scripture where you say they were calling that is Judges. I think Judges 10, 13, 14, somewhere around there.
Lapsed and submerged.
That's similar to what happening everywhere. When you think about it. Even sure that down here when we had the slightly stronger quake, people started calling Jesus. You understand? I expected.
This was a shopping centre, now buckled and bent. Mia and her daughters were inside when the earthquake hit. Suddenly everything got dark and the walls started falling around us. It was horrible. So I rushed to the broken escalator with all my daughters and we made it to the outside and we were safe. The earthquake also triggered a tsunami. Waves 6 meters high crashed into the city of Palu, where hundreds of people had gathered for a beach festival. Rescue teams are struggling against power outages, broken roads, and damaged communication networks.
It's so coincidental that all these places having disasters where America, Babylon the Great, could just conveniently come in and be able to help them and assist them. Because we know whenever the US come to actually give assistance in a time of trouble, is to be actually under subjection to them. So really and truly, there is more or less for their convenience.
The airport has now reopened. Shaken and injured, some were evacuated by the military, bandaged and taken to the province's capital. Many others were left in Palu. Some have turned to looting.
There has been no aid. We need to eat. We don't have any other choice. We must get food.
The president of Indonesia visited Palu and saw the damage for himself. The search is now on for survivors. This was once a hotel, but rescuers are now pulling bodies from the rubble.
The scriptures say they just the beginning of sorrows, because there will come a time it will be so bad that it wouldn't anybody to try and get out of any holes. Yeah, instead of in a hole, we're going to stay in a hole, because first we will be troubled.
More than 800 people are now known to be dead. Authorities haven't reached the epicenter of the earthquake, so that total is likely to rise. Caroline Davis, BBC News.
The number confirmed dead following Friday's earthquake and tsunami in Indonesia has increased.
increased dramatically, with rescue workers warning it could rise further still. The country's disaster agency says at least 832 people have died, but with several areas still cut off, the full scale of the disaster is unclear. The quake struck the island of Sulawesi, triggering a tsunami which has left a scene of devastation in the city of Palu. Rescue teams are struggling to reach other coastal towns as roads and communication networks have been destroyed. Dan Rivers has the latest.
Visible as a faint line of...
You see similar things like this happening to country after country after country. It had it recently with certain storms that pass, places like Puerto Rico Gate, places like the Dominican Gate, and other places being affected by things like famine. You're actually seeing it spreading on a wider scale to more and more places, and eventually nowhere will be spared.
Foam on the horizon. The man filming from the top of a car park knew immediately what it meant. He tried to warn those below, oblivious to the approaching wall of water. Cars are still driving along the beachside road as the first mighty wave hits. People stumble as they scramble from the rising sea, leaping for their lives. Then a second wave roars in with unstoppable momentum. Those watching panicking as it engulfs everything. The damage wrought not just by the speed but also by the volume of water, exerting the power of an entire ocean, the low-lying city of Palu. It severed a bridge over the river and has eviscerated large swathes of homes and businesses. The death toll is already in the hundreds and is likely to rise further. After so many have lost so much, there have been some outbreaks of looting as people try to survive in a city without power, order or communications.
You see this that I talk about looting, all that is a part of prophecy. Okay, say men would not regard the neighbors or the kings, just paraphrasing. You understand?
The army have been helping to recover survivors, here pulling a man alive from the rubble of a partially collapsed mosque. But in many places this is now an operation to recover the dead, not the living. Indonesia's president this morning flew to Palu to oversee the aid effort. Once again, Indonesians are contending with the consequences of living on an active fault line known as the Ring of Fire. They know the risks of such seismic events here, but just before this tsunami hit, the warnings had been lifted, a mistake which may have cost hundreds of lives. Dan Rivers, ITV News.
Because really and truly, they didn't know why they left the warning. All of these things is a conspiracy. They talk about these things and it's just... See, 2nd Esdras 9 verse 1, right? Say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand. Then shalt thou understand, Salakia, that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It say, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, then shalt thou well understand, Salakia, that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is being manifest. Because the Most High doesn't do have a clock. You understand? He wall to tell, okay, now it's 12 o'clock, right? I'll send a tsunami. You understand? The Most High is actually manifest things in events. Events is how he is used to determine the time of different things. At least for us to interpret. Say even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. So these signs is what the watchman has been looking out for, to actually see the prophecies coming to pass, that we're coming closer and closer to the end. Now you'll see even on them chat groups and them, you'll see men talking about, oh, it have nothing to do with God, is shifting tectonic plates and blah blah blah. But you see, they don't have that faith and that spirit to comprehend what is going on. They can be able to see that slowly but surely this kingdom coming to an end. You understand? Let us show you how blessed it is to actually be able to see and comprehend these things. Because we could have been in darkness just like them if it was the Most High will. But the scriptures say, blessed are your eyes, for ye see. You understand? You don't make the video too long. Or with that, I think this is an angry to Hashem Yahushua. Hashem Rachakash. Like to double on the muscles and love great meals to not well. And peace and salvation to the Akim world that pushes to sincerity. This is Yahweh Trinidad Camp. Hakim, stay strong.